Whoa, day number 3? Is it for real? Have we been doing this for 3 days? Yes, to be honest with you, this is our third day of our Christmas party week. Going on full week, and this is, we're halfway there, sort of ish, halfway there, sort of ish. Sort of ish. Yeah, that's a word, right? Sort of ish. Sort of ish. But yeah, this is the third day. I hope you're woke up. I hope that you got some caffeine in you. Um, I don't know what happened to me. I kind of went to bed a little earlier, and then I didn't feel like getting up. I don't know. Um, so yeah, but I hope everyone is excited as I am. This morning, what we are going to do, this morning is that we are going to react to the Indie Nintendo Switch presentation. We're going to be reacting to it, um, and kind of seeing what my thoughts on it. This is probably going to turn into a podcast, a Wednesday podcast, instead of doing a podcast Friday this week. Um, I thought we're not playing Gartic Phone. I'm sorry, we're not playing Gartic Phone. We're not doing Gartic Phone. We're just chatting. We're chatting. Not doing the garlic and Gartic and the garlic and the Gartic phones. I don't know what your phone is made out of. Hopefully it's not garlic or Gartic. But yeah, we're just gonna react to the indie showcase that literally just happened, and I'm kind of unaware of it. As you can see, it's like showed up like this, and then I was trying to make sure that the sound was going. I don't know what game that they were showing. But it's probably something right about right here. Um, so this is gonna be an indie world. We shouldn't expect big games such as Mario Odyssey 2 or Breath of the Wild 2 or any big sequels from the Nintendo company. So we could get some good indie games here. We don't know. There's been good third party support for the Switch. And I would love to be able to see more. Hopefully there's a game that interests me. I don't know what this indie world brain and usually statistics. Every time they do an indie world, there's a direct comment. So this could mean a early January direct. I doubt they will do one in December since it's Christmas and New Year's. So I doubt they will do one. They probably will do something later in January or early in February. That's usually when they do a Nintendo Direct. So usually that's according to statistics, but during 2020 that really didn't happen. Nintendo Direct kind of just died a bit. So but yeah, I want to see what this is, and we're gonna see what this is, and we're gonna see what this is. See what this is, and see what this is. Just singing. Uh, shh. Oh man, this music.
Hello, and welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Paul. We're back to show you some indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch system.
Let's dive right in.
Cool. From the creators of the Messenger. Okay. It looks fine. Sea of Stars.
Fans of classic RPGs with modernized elements will want to check out Sea of Stars. It tells the story of two children of the solstice, a lunar monk and a solar blade dancer. They must combine the powers of the sun and the moon to perform eclipse magic, the only thing that can fend off monsters created by an evil alchemist known as the Fleshmancer.
Fluid and engaging turn-based combat. Stunning dynamic lighting. A world where you can traverse freely and explore every nook and cranny. And that's just scratching the surface. Not to mention the incredibly moving story with plenty of twists and turns. It's also set in the same universe as The Messenger and serves as a prequel. But don't worry, you don't need to have played The Messenger to fully enjoy this gorgeous game.
And get this, some of the music was composed by none other than the renowned Yasunori Mitsuda, who composed music for Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Sea of Stars launches on Nintendo Switch Holiday 2022.
Okay. What's this?
Hi， 我是志选。
Hi， 我是 Nate， 我们是 Underscore Team， 很高兴有机会带来这款游戏。达利夏，
希望借由 Asia 与绿夏的冒险旅程，可以让我们重新体验到人生当中会面临到许多痛苦的选择。这也是我们创作阿丽夏的初衷。
希望你可以开始寻找你的伙伴，因为阿丽夏接下来会在Switch上与大家见面。利用独特的操作玩法，我们也预期可以为你与伙伴之间带来非常不一样的体验。我们Switch上见吧。
Bye.
There's plenty to admire in this puzzle adventure game.
Oh, that's what it is?
Aisha and Lisha, cooperation is key in safely navigating this deserted temple. The game makes creative use of the various input options available on Nintendo Switch. Each sister is controlled differently, and you can control both via solo or local co-op play. With Aisha, you'll use motion controls with Joy-Con controllers in TV mode. And with Lisha, you'll use touch controls to guide the helper robot Ambu in handheld mode.
However you choose to play, you'll need the sisters to work together by exchanging clues and operating devices that can help you go deeper inside the temple. But be careful, it's filled with all sorts of menacing monsters and treacherous traps, some of which can trigger different endings. The heartfelt, overlapping music when playing with a friend, coupled with the emotional story, will complement your journey to uncover the secrets residing within.
Alicia, the Oblivion of Twin Goddesses, launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch, Spring 2022.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe. We're two brothers who started our own indie studio in order to make a classic point-and-click adventure game. Today, we're excited to announce our debut title, Locomotive.
Set aboard a 1930s express train, you find yourself caught in the middle of a deadly mystery, full of twists, turns, and larger-than-life characters. Solve satisfying puzzles and clear your name once and for all.
We both grew up playing point-and-click adventure games, and it's been a long-term ambition for us to put our own spin on it.
We can't wait for you to play Locomotive when it comes to the Nintendo Switch system.
Welcome aboard the Royce Express, where my guests indulge in luxury travel, fine dining, and murder? Well then, who's at hand to catch my killer? There's my trusty lawyer, a would-be detective, and Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's just one problem. They're the suspects. With puzzles to solve, palms to grease, and clues to uncover, they'd better prove their innocence fast, or it's the end of the line in an adventure that's not just nuts. It's Locomotive!
Ooh, I do love me a good murder mystery.
Then you'll love Locomotive, a single-player point-and-click
Hello,
comedy
so guy.
adventure. Climb aboard the Royce Express and investigate the suspicious death of Lady Unterwald.
You'll play as a straight-laced lawyer, an amateur detective, and an undercover agent at different points in the story. Along the way, you'll meet a fully voiced cast of quirky characters and solve head-scratching puzzles to prove your innocence. Figure out who'd done it and what locomotive inspired them to murder in the first place. Locomotive steamrolls onto Nintendo Switch summer 2022.
Rama, wake up! It's almost 1 p.m., you sleepyhead. Your friends are waiting for you. Come on.
What in the world?
I miss you too, Rama. But you need to live your life.
On behalf of the Pixelnesia team from Indonesia, I'm proud to announce our upcoming game, Afterlove EP. Afterlove EP is a modern-day story of music, loss, acceptance, loving others as well as yourself. While the game is heavily inspired by the aesthetic and storytelling format of the Japanese manga, the game itself is set in Jakarta. We want players to experience this vibrant place we call home, which is also considered as the melting pot of the multicultural people of Indonesia. We cannot wait to let you experience our unique narrative adventure and explore our interpretation of Jakarta.
From the creative director of What Comes After and Coffee Talk comes a stirring narrative about love, loss, and lyricism. Set in Jakarta, Indonesia, Afterlove EP focuses on young musician Rama, who struggles to compose music after his girlfriend Cinta passes away. By communicating with Cinta's voice inside his head, Rama will learn how to cope with grief, forge new relationships, and even potentially love again.
A mixtape of visual novel, rhythm game, and narrative adventure, Afterlove EP challenges you to complete an EP of music to fulfill a promise made to Cinta. There are multiple endings based on the choices you make, as well as an original soundtrack from Indonesian band Alfalfa, and striking art direction from Soyatu.
Start anew in Afterlove EP, launching on Nintendo Switch.
It looks kind of fun.
2022.
What in the world? Trees? A fried mosquito? Blade grass sword? Nature is killing you. I still don't understand the... Dungeon Munchies.
I'm hungry. I've got the munchies. Dungeon munchies, that is.
Then this 2D side-scrolling action platformer should definitely satisfy your craving. You are dead. Well, you were dead, and now you've been revived in a mysterious underground facility. But forget hanging around here. You've got to get out.
With the help of the undead necro chef Simmer, you'll hunt down monsters, then cook and eat them. There are around 100 dishes that provide various abilities. One dish, for example, might give you the power to serve up new combos.
So you are what you eat.
Literally, this game is a great place to get locally sourced and farm-fresh monsters. So mix and match to get the right meal for your playstyle. And let's not forget the eclectic cast of characters, hilarious side-splitting story, and charming 2D pixel art. Better bring a voracious appetite when Dungeon Munchies devours its way onto the Nintendo Switch system.
Dungeon
later today.
Munchies.
Hi, Mia. Jeg hedder Niels. Jeg er spilinstruktør og lyddesigner hos Bedtime Games. Jeg har lavet spilmusik i over 10 år. Vores kommende spil, Figment 2, er fyldt med masser af musical boss fights og andre lydlæggerier. For at få de mest punchy lyde, har jeg været ude med mit træsvær og smadret på havegriller og kaffekander. Musikken i Figment indordner sig efter dig. Vi har brugt rigtig meget energi på at få lyd, musik og gameplay til at spille sammen. Og vi glæder os rigtig meget til at vise jer spillet. I'm coming back to the surface. I need time to make things right. So hold on and soon comes the day. And there are sights you must see to believe them.
We're already on to the next segment?
Yep. This isn't a figment of your imagination.
Oh, very funny. In this musical puzzle adventure game, you'll make your way through a rhythmic world set in the human mind. Unfortunately, nightmares are spreading chaos everywhere. It's up to you to put an end to their fearsome schemes. Play solo or locally with a friend as you wield your trusty sword and engage in combat. Manipulate environments to solve compelling puzzles, and have symphonic showdowns against some musically menacing bosses.
That sounds like trouble. Or trouble.
Ugh. Figment 2, Creed Valley, begins its symphony on Nintendo Switch, February 2022. A free demo will be available later today on Nintendo eShop.
Deep sea diving? Check. Investing? Check. Drawing? Check.
What is this,
Surviving
Jackbox?
on the moon? Check that too. A slew of board games from developer Oink Games are coming to Nintendo
Oink.
Switch.
Go on thrilling and risky treasure hunts in deep sea adventure. Become the biggest investor in startups. Catch the sketchy rogue and don't get caught in A Fake Artist Goes to New York. And recover supplies with your fellow astronauts to survive in Moon Adventure. The games are designed to be easy to understand. They also capture and recreate the feel of their original tabletop versions.
You can play all the games, locally and online, so you can play with friends near and far. Get together and play on one system, or create a room with friends. More games will also be added in the future.
Start a game night with Let's Play Oink Games, launching as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo
Games.
Switch later today.
Oink.
Hi, I'm Javier, CEO and programmer at HeroBit Studios.
Hi, I'm Iris. I'm working as an environment artist for our upcoming title, Endling Extinction is Forever.
We wanted to create a game that raises awareness about how the world may be in the near future if we don't change our consumption habits.
The environment is mainly presented during night, since we want to emphasize a fox's natural behavior and contrast a calm but deteriorating world and human threats during the day.
We hope that Endling may encourage everyone to reflect, but also that players around the world can enjoy its story, gameplay, and cuteness.
So you control a fox. Okay.
As the last mother fox in Endling Extinction is Forever, you'll need to keep your 3 cubs alive and lead them to safety in a world ravaged by humanity.
In this game blending stealth, survival, and adventure, you'll make your way through devastated environments to reach the one place on Earth where humans can't hurt you. Along the way, you'll hunt other animals to feed your cubs, as well as teach them new skills to make them less vulnerable to predators. I really hope they make it.
I do too. But in the end, how many of your cubs survive the perilous journey is up to you.
Endling, Extinction is Forever. Launches on Nintendo Switch,
Looks
spring
okay.
2022.
Here's more info about the skateboarding action platformer Ollie Ollie World from our friends at Roll7 and Private Division.
Ollie Ollie World?
Far across the Ollie Ollie world is Radlandia, a nation forged by the skate gods. Join your crew and travel across our beautiful land. Wall ride among the trees, forge new paths through the desert, or cross moving platforms in picturesque Sketchside. You'll see some weird stuff along the way. But don't worry, that's just part of your journey to Nirvana. There you'll compete with champions, challenging each other's skills to win rewards, and create new routes to share with your friends. So come shred by the sea, chase a bee, meet a tree, get on down to Radlandia, and achieve Nirvana. Bonus items? Oh, nice. Get me some of those.
Ollie Ollie World rolls onto Nintendo Switch
Nah.
February 8th, 2022. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
I guess that's how the game is looking for me.
Hi, I'm Banner Rudis, director of River City Girls 2.
And I'm Colleen Fannin, producer of River City Girls 2.
I've been a River City fan since the days of the Nintendo Entertainment System, and in fact, this is the third River City game I've worked on. So I'm thrilled to bring you an all-new adventure starring Misako, Kyoko, Kunio, and Ricky.
We were blown away by the response to the first River City Girls. So, for the sequel, we're including everything players loved about the original, plus a whole lot more, including online co-op.
We're working really hard to get this game into your hands as soon as possible. In the meantime, please enjoy our debut trailer for River City Girls 2.
Alright. Looks like a beat 'em up.
River City Girls 2. More baddies to take down? Let's go!
Right there with ya. Way Forward is back with the sequel to the acclaimed beat-em-up, River City Girls. There's trouble brewing once again in River City, with higher stakes, meaner streets, and even more over-the-top humor. Take control of one of 6 characters, including returning powerhouses Kyoko and Misako. Each character has their own fighting style and upgradable movesets, which you'll need as you set off on a new quest, picking up where the first game left off.
And when we say new, we mean it. New moves, enemies, areas, items, and a new soundtrack by the first game's composer, Megan McDuffie. Not to mention branching paths, as well as a return of a familiar foe. Get the fists flying solo, or team up with a friend, locally or online. What do you say, Paul? Ready to give some goons the old 1-2?
Oh, heck yeah!
River City Girls 2 punches its way onto Nintendo Switch, summer 2022.
Looks okay.
We've got several more indie games coming to Nintendo Switch. From painting the world to a management sim with dinosaurs. Enjoy!
Enjoy! Archosaurs? Huh. It kind of looks like, what was it? Zoo Tycoon, but with dinosaurs. Don't start together? Alright. Never played it, heard good things about it. Chicory, A Colorful Tale. Baby Storm? What? What is this? Right. Ooh, this is Diablo style? 2D Diablo? Genre of flame and winter. Timeline. Behind the frame, the finest scenery. Looks like point and click.
That's all for today's Indie World. Or not. We've got one more game. Check
One more! What are you need no fun? Big game.
The critically acclaimed RPG Omori.
I heard that this game is good.
Travel back and forth between two strange and vibrant worlds, each one brimming with colorful friends and foes to uncover a
I heard this is like almost like Earthbound in a way.
unconventional story and turn-based battle system, supplemented by warm illustrations by renowned artist Omocat, who also produced, wrote, directed, and coded much of the
Okay,
game.
this game I do want for the Switch. I actually do want to play this
So be
game.
prepared. It's quite the journey.
Omori launches on Nintendo Switch spring 2022.
Yeah.
And that's all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed the lineup of games in today's showcase.
As always, we'd like to thank everyone in the indie community working on games for Nintendo Switch. And thank you for watching.
You're
Don't forget
welcome.
to follow our official Twitter account to stay up to date on all the latest news from Indie World. Until next time, happy gaming!
So, what do I think about the Indie World presentation? What is my thoughts? I'm pretty sure you're curious. Because it didn't seem like I had much to say on this. It didn't feel like I did. They showed some cool games here and there. They showed some stuff that just didn't interest me. First game, Sea of Stars. It says it's in the Messenger world. It looks okay. And then you have this Puzzle Alicia game that they showed. This detective point click. I think my girlfriend would like this game. This game right here, I think my girlfriend would like this because she likes one of those crime solving games. So I'm gonna mention this to her whenever I do. I think she will like this game. To be completely honest, I think this game would probably be for her. Afterlove EP, it looks different. I like the art style of it. It looks different with the way that it is going. Like music, adventure, point and click game. It looks like, you know, and it looks unique. And then you have Dungeon Munchies, which is a interesting. It's an interesting concept. It really is. Dungeon Munchies. That is interesting. Because there has been a game that has done that. So it's kind of interesting that's going this route where you're going through a dungeons and you eat the enemies. You boil them in food and the food gives you some type of abilities to keep on going through the dungeon. So Dungeon Munchies, it looks okay. I don't know for me, but I like the concept. I do. Figment 2, I like the music. I'm gonna say this right now. Figment 2, I like the music. When that dude started playing music and then start incorporating with the game, I honestly like the music. The game, however, I don't know if it fits me, but I like the music. I really do. And next, I was feeling like this is gonna be Jackbox, that indie thing of Jackbox, because usually with Jackbox Party Pack you get like 5 games, and to me I was like, what is this? Is this like an indie ripoff of Jackbox? Like what is, like what am I looking at? It's like it looked like an indie Jackbox. It really did. It looked indie Jackbox, and I was like, and they said that they were gonna add more soon. So I'm curious of what they're gonna add. And then you play as a fox in this puzzle enemy trying to get your cubs. You're the last of its dying breed. It was interesting. It was interesting. Ready City Girls 2 apparently was a classic beat 'em up. I never played the first one. Never even heard of the first one. Didn't even know there was the first one. I guess I'm just out of the blue. But it looks like beat 'em up style and stuff like that. You're going around and maybe puzzly. It might look a little bit puzzly. Just a little bit puzzly, maybe. And then they just went briefly into the games like Parkosaurus. I think my girl, I like this game was reminding me a little bit like Zoo Tycoon. I kid you not. This looked like an indie game of Zoo Tycoon, but instead with like animals, it's with dinosaurs. Release the dinosaurs and destroy the whole board. Like I did in Zoo Tycoon. Just release the dinosaurs onto the people. I'm pretty sure someone's going to do that. I'm pretty sure someone's going to do that. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that did that in Zoo Tycoon. Or even Roller Coaster Tycoon, just make people die. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one. So, but I can, to be honest, I can already see it. I can literally, physically, see it in this game. So, that's something. But they went to Don't Starve, heard about it, don't know about it. And then they showed, like, what was this game? Like, Baby something, Baby Storm. I don't know what that is. And then they showed off Ginger, A Flame in Winter. Looks like, one of those novel solving histories, maybe. Grime looks like 2D Diablo. At first, I was like, I looked at its art style and I was like, ooh. And then I saw you getting better equipment. I was like, what is this? 2D Diablo? Like, what is it? And then they showed another point-click game where it's like, well, they showed Timeline where it's like a platformer. And then they showed off this game. I heard great things about this game. Amari, I heard it's almost like Earthbound in a way, and I love Earthbound. I extremely love Earthbound. I love the story in Earthbound. I love the craziness in Earthbound. And this was a good way to end the indie showcase. I'm like, because it was critically acclaimed. I heard a lot of good things. It was even recommended to me for me to play, and it's been on the Switch. I thought this game was already on the Switch, but it isn't. So it is a good game to end, in my opinion. So this indie showcase was okay. You know, it showed off some pretty good art style games. All those games that were shown today, during this showcase had like amazing art style. Really, amazing art style. in all of these games that they were showing here today. You know, all of it. Afterlove EP. I kind of like the art style in it. Like all of these art style games, like literally, Alicia, look at the art. Like, look at these art style games. Like almost every indie showcase, what they showed the most was the art style. They should win for a Game Award for Best Art Style. They should. One of the indie games, definitely, 100%, they should. I don't see why not. They definitely should. But but yeah, that is my thoughts on the indie showcase. I would love to hear yours. Is there a game you're interested for? I would love to tell my girlfriend about it and see if she's gonna watch it and just see her thoughts on it. See if maybe there's games that maybe she wants for it. I don't know if she's into those Super Tycoon, but I know she like mystery games, and puzzly games. So, that point and click, game, I think she will like solving puzzles and stuff like that. I think she will like it. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be the podcast for Wednesday. I'm not going to do one for Friday, but this is the podcast because of Indie World Showcase. We're gonna do two podcasts in one, so well, eh. This is the podcast. Even though it's Wednesday, I decided to do it now since this just came out, and I was just curious. I was like, "Wow, this came out, and I was unaware of it. Let me just include it with the Christmas party week and actually include it as a podcast." So I will have to cut a snip out of this before I start the next game. Yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed the Indie World Showcase. The first thing we did on day 3 is show off some indie titles that's coming out for the next year. Honestly, ready for more. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be entirely wrong. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I don't know. It could be how you pronounce it, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. I'm definitely not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. But since we have been doing a 40-minute podcast here, just about a 40-minute, because we're also going to add to the Christmas party special podcast. So we're going to get a one big huge podcast for this. For this week, you're going to get a big podcast. Wow, ain't that amazing? But yeah, we're gonna go into some games. But before I do that, before we go in games, this is our Christmas party week. Some of y'all are maybe not aware of this. Maybe this is your first time listening in, and probably like you're already on day 3. What is this all about? Well, this is a online ministry. I mean, it's called New Life Ministry. I mean, I know Christianity may not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's understandable, you know. And I fully respect that. You know, if you're not interested in it, then you're not interested in it. But there could be some games that you may be interested in, and I mean you can play them. You know, if you want that, you know, I'm completely fine with that, or just to hang out and chill. But we are doing this to do our vision for next year for this online ministry for what God will be providing for all of us. And right now, before we go into the next game, I just want to be able to show y'all the video, which I am going to do right now, so you get to watch me go to here, and then 6 points. I want y'all just to watch this. I know this is a video. This is pre-recorded and all that. I understand that. But this video will explain all of it, and I want y'all to at least watch this. So you know that this is what we're doing, and this is why we're doing this, and this is why we are here for the Christmas party week. So I hope that you at least enjoy this. Oh, hello. This is pre-recording video. I want to be able to explain the vision better of what we're trying to do in this online ministry, just in case if you don't want to watch the full-on service, which was about an hour 16 minutes. I know that could be a long sermon. It goes into details really good than this video, but this is just a really a brief summary. When I want to do a journey before I go into the points. When the first idea came to my mind, I thought this couldn't happen. I didn't really see myself as a minister. I really didn't see myself preaching, teaching, coming up with events, coming up with ideas, and getting a group of gamers that could feel with the power of God, and be able to get together and be able to use us and make a way when there is no way, being the Waymaker, that song. And we're going to be doing a big Christmas party week, and we're going to involve this vision into that party week is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be involving all of that, and you can donate if you want to support our vision. I just want to be able to go into the points that we have. Content and content creators. Our vision is to produce videos and content that can relate to faith, to gaming. We also want to be able to create this streaming platform, the streaming content team that will share the gospel across many different gaming communities. And we'll focus on streaming on this a little bit more to help the ministry to grow. And like I said, we're not only going to be streaming on Twitch, we're also going to be planning on streaming also on YouTube and Facebook, going out and reaching out to the people, going to there. Another point that I want to focus, second point, is generosity. In the Bible, it teaches us to practice generosity. So my vision is that I want to be able to reach a place of giving maybe 10% of every dollar. If you want to give, this is kind of like what it said in the Bible, give about 10% of your owning. But we want to practice generosity, and I want to be able to give to y'all as well, not for you just to be able to give to me. We're not supposed to be consumers. We're not here to take. We are supposed to give. So that's the second point. Our third point is in real life meetups and service. I want to be able to travel to different parts of the country, world, to host a community get-together and online ministry services. Now, I have been honestly planning for the Summer Game Con. It is our big 3-day event that we do, and what is it? It's basically like if you go to TwitchCon, MyCon, those big events, we're going to be having a theme service, a theme thing that we're going to be teaching those 3 days, and also with some games, some movies, some fun activities that will go around Dungeons and Dragons and all kinds of stuff. We are hoping to have our Summer Game Con in person, and hopefully we can do it at a church to really start this thing off. This is our vision. So that is the third point. Our fourth point is our groups and house churches. Our vision is to launch house churches and watch house parties. I probably want to come up with a better name than that. Probably more than likely want to come up with a better name with that. But for gamers who love to watch online and engage in the Discord, they will be able to do that. But for those gamers who are longing for a in real life connection, they can do that at house churches all around the world. Like if you really enjoy the services that I do, you can have it on the live screen, and then you can be able to have that in real life connection. So that's our fourth point, and our fifth point is day-to-day ministry. This is the big point, even though it wasn't the first. It's all about hearing the gospel and being disciples, being cared for and being trained and equipped to also discover their purposes and set out and make a difference in this world for glory of God. So that is what we're going to be doing, and we believe that day-to-day activities like it was back in Acts. If you go into Acts chapter 2, where they were able to meet in houses about day to day. And I feel like that's what we should be doing in modern day today. So that is our 5th point that we want to do, is day-to-day activities, day-to-day ministry. Our last thing is production improvements. As you can see here and behind me, it doesn't look that great. It doesn't feel that great. It's kind of just a basic bedroom, maybe kind of boring bedroom. Like, we have a 10-second window before someone clicks on the live stream and before they want to decide to stay or to leave. And I want to be able to increase the production, have some posters, have it like a new design, where it can look gamer related and not just like a boring game, like boring bedroom. Like, I know I have my classics up there, but to be able to say like, hey, this is gamer related, hey, I can relate to this. So that is our 6 points, and that is what we are planning on doing for the next year. And during our Christmas party week, we're going to actually include on this vision, so that if you would like to donate during our big Christmas party week, we might even change the name, since I'm going out different with this route. So that if you want to be able to support the vision and give money, if not, you can always pray for this online ministry to glorify God. So this is the points that I want to be able to do to move it further. So if you want to be able to help out, I would love for you to help out if you ever want to come and be staff. But this is our vision. I hope that this excites you. I hope this gets you warmed up, and hopefully this explains it much better, and so you don't have to watch that long video. So I hope that y'all enjoy this pre-recorded video, and hopefully this will help you to maybe wants to help with the vision. So yeah, if you want to help out, come on by. I will love for your help and your support. Till then, y'all take care. As you can see, that is our vision, and the internet has been dropping frames like nobody's business. And I don't know why. Sometimes the internet will be really great, really outstanding, and then 1 minute it'll just be like, boom. That's another thing that we want to do to help our vision, is to have better internet, if that's even possible. Because I know that when it does this, some people have told me it's just been buffering. Like it just buffers. Like it's not really loading. Like it's just playing like a few seconds and then buffer. That's what it feels like it's doing. It's just loading a few seconds, maybe about 5 to 10 seconds, and then it's like buffer. So I might have to dumb this down again. It's already early. Like usually I want to do stuff in 180p so it can look nice, especially when it goes out on YouTube. I don't want it to look like straight up garbage. But sometimes I can't help that. It's the internet. I can't. Sometimes the internet is not in my control. You know, the internet likes to go all over the place, going do. And sometimes we have to just dim the quality down, just be able just to have some streams. So I'm looking at it and hoping that it's going to drop, but it's been rising and it hasn't really been stopping. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to quit streaming again, and I'm going to dumb it down to 720p and see how that does. Since it's just having like a big problem with just doing this. It's just having a big, huge problem for just doing this. So I'm gonna try to dim it down, and we'll be back.